Hi, welcome to the vlog today.
Our family has lived in the Philippines 8 months now, and today we wanted to sit down and talk about all the ways that we have changed since we moved here.
Hello world, wake me up to another good morning, time to go. Oh, we are all looking for adventure. We are all looking for adventure.
The Philippines has changed us in a lot of ways.
When we first moved here, I had a goal that I was going to just observe everything, take in everything about the culture, and be okay with it. I wasn't going to try and fight against it because I knew we were going to be here for a long time, and it would make me crazy if I was constantly like, why do they do that? Why does it like this? I already knew that there was a lot of differences in our cultures because we've been married for 11 years, but I wanted to be open. I wanted the Philippines to teach me. I wanted to be willing to change my ideas and opinions, and that really happened for me. That was very eye-opening, and I'm excited to share some of those things today, the ways that all of my ideas were questioned, and I have come out a better person. And I'm only 8 months in, and so I'm sure it will continue to change me.
Let's get into it. What are the changes that happened in our family?
The first one we're going to talk about is loud noises. You guys know that Filipinos are loud, right?
Yeah,
It's a trait that they have in their culture.
Yeah, almost everywhere you go, there will always be somebody playing some music, loud music and stuff. And then I didn't know about this. I don't know if you know about this, but for the most part, one of the reasons why that was the case, so the bad spirit don't stay in your house.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, well, Filipinos are loud and I am quiet. I've always been a quiet, introvert person, and so it's been a big adjustment to be around loud noises, loud people, and big parties and things like that.
yeah.
But I think me and the kids, we have adjusted in that way quite a bit, where we are more comfortable having people in our home, having a lot of noise and a lot of company, but we still prefer our quiet get-togethers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, even John is an introvert, but he's okay to speak really loudly.
It's a lot easier to think when it's quiet and stuff, but you know, I don't mind listening to my music really loud when I'm working and stuff, when I'm in the rhythm and things like that. But like, if I'm not doing anything else, I kind of would prefer to be quiet,
Yeah.
or some soothing music instead of like really loud music. So the next one is insects. This one is hilarious. Back in the United States, we live in southern Utah, which is a desert, which means there's a lot of insects there. So we are not that new to insects and stuff. We have tarantulas and cockroaches there.
When we first came here though, I would freak out if there was a bug. I would totally lose my mind and get so scared if we saw a spider or anything. But let me tell you, we have chilled out in that area, and the kids too. We saw a huge spider. I'm talking this big, no exaggeration. It was running outside along our wall, and I think we were just like, there's a spider.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like so dramatic, where before I would freak out so bad, even if it was small. So we have come a long way with the insects. I still don't like them, but it's no surprise if there's a cockroach in the bathroom or a spider all over the place. They just hear. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Or ants. I mean, every day I'm just like, oh, why is there an ant on me? Because I live in the Philippines. That's why. I have ants on me all the time.
Yeah. You're just so sweet.
That must be it.
Sorry. Another change that we have is being in an overcrowded place.
Yes, that was very different for me. Especially, no offense to you guys, I really don't mean offense, but you guys, like, your personal space is smaller. You guys are okay to like be right up against each other in a line in public, like in the grocery store.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I noticed. Like, when we came here, I got frustrated. Like, I am so annoyed when we're in line. Like, especially, for example, if I'm in an ATM machine or something and I'm trying to like work something, or if I'm ordering something in a restaurant, it's like the guy next to me is like almost right on my shoulder.
Yeah, and
it's
you're
like,
just the whole time
yeah, it's
like, what do you want?
Hey, what are you ordering?
He's nice, bit of a close talker. A what? So how long are you folks in town?
It's like, come on, like give me some space, you know. But I don't know why that's the case, but it feels like if you give a little space between like the cashier or you know, like the next person in the cashier and you, it seems like somebody always cuts in. Or it's like,
Oh yeah, you'll lose your place.
Yeah,
if
so-
you don't. So in the US, it's a little bit more rude, and here I see why they do that. It's just normal. Nobody means offense, and
Yeah.
they're not like weird. But it was hard to adjust to. But we have gotten used to it in a lot of ways.
Yep.
And we know what to expect. And we don't let people cut in line
Yep.
if we can.
So the next one's food.
This is a huge thing for an American coming here. I've talked to some friends lately that moved here for some church service, and that's the hardest adjustment is food. Because you come here and you're suddenly eating meat and rice for every meal.
Mhm.
And our poor American tummies, we're so sensitive to that, and we feel so yucky at first,
Yeah. But I mean, back in the US, we do eat Filipino food.
but not as much.
Not
I didn't
as-
eat
yes.
rice 3 times a day.
That is true.
There was a lot more options food-wise for us. We've found our rhythm now. 8 months in, we cook a nice balance of mostly Filipino food, but then
Once in a while, there will be like American food, like mashed potatoes, and gravy,
Yeah.
and something else.
if I can add enough vegetables and fruits in our diet, then we do better. But the meat and rice all the time is just so hard to adjust.
And like we're still trying to figure out what kind of like vegetable food or vegetable ulam can we make in
Yes.
our family.
If you have some suggestions for meals that have less meat or no meat, please give me some
Yeah.
recipes.
Because like the chop suey and the tinola and even tinola is basically meat, you know.
Yeah.
But
All I know is chop suey.
yeah, chop suey,
That's all we eat if it's like
vegetables
just
and
vegetables.
stuff. Leave us comment down below.
Please.
We really appreciate that. So the next one is temperature. So the temperature, it's not really that bad because once again we lived in the desert before, and St. George is known for its really high temperature during the summer.
But before coming here, I knew that that would be a big adjustment for us because you're sweaty all the time and you don't always have air conditioners everywhere you go here. So it did take about a month, I would say, and then we're fine. We're just fine. And
And-
now we're okay to be sweaty and we've adjusted.
Yeah, like when we first moved here in this house, we actually had to have 3 air conditioners. Like I had to insist that we need to have 3 air conditioners for the sake of Laura and the kids.
And we run them all the time because we work at home and we homeschool, but the bill was so high, so we've been cutting it back all the time. And now we rarely use the AC,
Yeah.
just part of the day sometimes
Yep.
if we're feeling grumpy because it's too hot.
Laura and I sleep with only the fan now.
And I didn't think that I could ever adjust to that, but we have.
Yeah,
It's fine. I wonder what it will be like now to go back to the US because it's so hot, but so dry where
Yeah.
we were at. And so
Yeah.
who knows how much we'll sweat or how it'll feel.
Yeah, before I always say the difference is like the heat in southern Utah is kind of like being in front of the open oven. When you open an oven, when it's like baking something, it's like, it's so hot. And then the heat here in the Philippines is kind of like in a sauna, where you can handle the humidity and stuff. I don't know. At least for me, that's the difference and stuff.
And the key is just accept that you're gonna be sweaty.
Yeah.
Because before I would just be like, I'm sweaty. But if you just accept it and just wipe your upper lip once in a while, you're fine. You're fine. Everybody has sweat marks. It's fine.
Yeah. The last one is attitude.
Now this can get deep. Do you want to go first?
No,
And then
no,
I'll
you're
share mine?
good. You're good. You tell me.
Like I said, all of my ideas and opinions and everything were questioned. I was always a really straightforward person. I knew my opinion on every topic before. It was just like, oh, you believe in that? Well, this is my belief and I'm sticking to it forever. But coming here, because I opened my mind that first month of just, I'm gonna accept everything and let the Philippines teach me. Wow, it really challenged my ideas and I've changed so much and become more open. I don't want to brag, but I just feel like I can understand people better now and I'm not as judgmental of just like, why did people do that? Why did they do that? I will just give you some examples that pop into my mind. I don't know if they'll make sense to everybody, but I used to be like, oh, I'm gonna live this non-toxic life with no fragrances in my beauty products and no, you know, in my soap I use and all of that. I was like that crunchy mama, this is who I am. And I still believe in those things. I think we should take care of our bodies the best we can. People do things differently here. And so I lived like them, just like them, for months and months. And I realized I'm not gonna die if I use Tide detergent, you know? It's hard because I still care about those things, but I realized everyone lives differently and you can't judge based on, you know, people just have different knowledge of things and all of that. So that's one small example that's just personal for me. Another thing is about how to raise kids. I had this very determined idea about how to raise kids and everyone else is wrong in the whole world and I'm gonna do it right. Well, I totally let go of everything and I let people around me help me with my kids and I observed them. And in that culture here, women do help each other with their kids. And I'm glad that I embraced that because they've taught me so much. And they've loved my kids and it's given my kids this fuller life. And maybe they do things differently than I would, like giving them candy when they're 6 months old. Someone gave my baby cake when she was only 5 months old. But it's made me ease up. I've always been such a
Stickler.
Yes, I've always been such an uptight person and I've wanted to change that, but it's been so hard to let go of some of those anxieties. But this experience has taught me to stop being so uptight. Everybody lives differently around the world. People have different opinions based on how they are raised and the knowledge they have, the influences around them, and generations before them, how people have done things. There's no one right way, and I was not right in all of my ways. I didn't have everything figured out perfectly. When I was only 29 years old, that's stupid. Let go, loosen up, and learn from other people. That's my advice. And the last thing that I want to share is, before I came to the Philippines, and a lot of what I knew about it because I watched documentaries or things on the media, is that the Philippines was just full of poverty, and that's all I knew. And coming here, that's not what the Philippines is about. Just poor people. That's stupid. That's a stupid idea. The Philippines is full of so much richness, so many amazing people that are humble, that are giving and selfless and hardworking. My idea of poverty has changed. Just because someone lives in a different looking house than I did in the US doesn't mean that they're poor and can't take care of themselves or something. You don't have to have a lot of things to make you happy and to like be content. And it's just not what I thought. Now that I've gotten to know people here, it's not like, oh, you poor thing. Not at all. It's like, you guys are so amazing. Teach me everything you know. And I'm gonna definitely be way more grateful for all the things I have just because of this experience. So in those ways, my attitude has changed, and I hope that my kids are seeing these things, because that was the purpose from the beginning, is to show them how other people live, and that's gonna shape their minds and their ideas about things as they grow up.
Yep. I think there's a lot more, like, you know, if we go really deep and stuff, then
Yeah,
it's
I'm
changed.
holding myself back from being too deep, but that's the basics of how we've changed that we can see on the outside. And we're really happy with it because this was our intention, was to come here, show our kids the life here, and let it change us. For me, that's what I wanted. I really wanted it to change me and open my eyes, and it has. And it will continue to do so.
Yep. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope it helped you understand us. One of the biggest things that I want to learn coming here in the Philippines is, you know, to understand who we are more, and you know, and from that be a better person. I am definitely a better person than I was 8 months ago. Not toot my own horn. Is that the right word?
Yeah. But we'll continue to get better. We're
Yeah.
not perfect now.
Yep, we're definitely not perfect, and it's a long way. I know that I am a lot better now, attitude-wise. My idea of everything and stuff is a lot better than before. And hopefully the kids see that or understands that as well. But thank you guys for watching, and thank you for supporting your family. Without you guys watching the videos that we make and supporting us and commenting and liking our stuff, like we won't be here.
Yeah, so we're really grateful to you guys for making this happen. We couldn't do it without you. If you like hearing our deep thoughts, then please give us a thumbs up on this video. Leave us a comment down below. What's your favorite thing about the Philippines? If you are a foreigner, what has it taught you? I'm really anxious to hear from you. And we will see you in our next video. Bye.
Bye.